everybody. As they just said, my name is Andrea Renee, and I'm thrilled to be here tonight to host the awards ceremony for the annual Games for Change Awards. Welcome. Have you guys been having a great week so far? Yes, so many wonderful talks. It's been great. Now, you may have seen me hosting on stage for folks like Nintendo or Square Enix, EA, Xbox, and many others, or perhaps you've seen me on the internet talking about video game news. But one of the things I'm most proud of is being a co-founder of What's Good Games, a podcast and channel run entirely by a fantastic team of women made for anyone who loves to play games. But tonight isn't about me, it's about some truly remarkable game makers. 2023 was an incredibly competitive year for the G4C Awards, which is an exciting reflection on the growth of the Games for Change movement worldwide. The competition this year received over 450 entries, submitted by creators from over 42 countries. Yes, definitely, global. There are so many great games that deserve recognition, but tonight we are celebrating the 34 titles selected as this year's finalists. In addition to revealing the winners of the video game award categories, we'll also recognize the outstanding work of individuals and companies making important contributions to the growing Games for Good movement. I'm also excited to announce the introduction of 2 new award categories. The first is the best board or tabletop game for impact. Yes, a category that has been frequently requested by the members of the G4C community for years now. The second is the Hall of Change Award, a category that celebrates an outstanding individual who has dedicated their career to advancing the field of impact games. Now, before we kick off the ceremony, G4C would like to extend a big thank you to the 102 game professionals who participated as official competition judges. Without your time commitments, valuable insights, and collective wisdom, this competition would not be possible. So definitely let's give those judges a round of applause. All right, so without further ado, I hope you filled up your water bottles outside or grabbed your popcorn if you're watching from your couch on the live stream. Please silence your phones if you haven't done so already, and let's get this show started. Helping me present tonight's awards are esteemed members of the Games for Change community, beginning with tonight's first presenter. Help me give a warm welcome to the CEO of Sea Monster Studios in Cape Town, South Africa, and the president of the Games for Change regional chapter in Africa, Glenn Gillis.
Hello, everybody. I'm super excited to be here tonight and to be able to kick off the award ceremony. It's a huge honor. And we're starting with the most innovative award category that recognizes games and XR experiences that are driving impact in uniquely creative ways, breaking conventions, paving the way for new ideas and designs. So let's take a look at the nominees for the most innovative game of the year. And the winner is Terra Null, created by Free Lives.
We're very honored to receive this award. We would like to thank our coworkers back in South Africa, our coworkers and friends at Free Lives, and our contractors. You believed so much in Terranol and worked so hard on it. Thank you to Devolver Digital for wearing pants tonight. And also Devolver Netflix Games, 24-Bit Games, and Keywords Group for helping the game reach thousands of players across the world in 17 languages. Thank you to Games for Change for being a nexus for folks who want to improve the world playfully. And finally, thank you to the Endangered Wildlife Trust and all of the conservationists around the world that do the vital work of defending endangered species and protecting the environment. Your commitment to a thriving and sustainable natural world inspires us and reminds us of the urgent need for action. Thank you very much.
The next award is for Best Learning Game. Now, I have personally many fond memories playing old school Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing back in the day. Anyone else know that one? Yes, I'm not alone. I was going to say, because this might be my time for my obligatory, I'm so old, I learned how to type on an actual typewriter moment. That's a real story. But flash forward now, 30 years later, my toddler is getting quicker at my iPad than I am. Please welcome Arana Shapiro, the Chief Operating and Programs Officer at Games for Change, to present the award.
Hi, everybody. Hi. The Best Learning Game category recognizes games that offer meaningful engagement around intended learning objectives and, importantly, successfully balance the acquisition of new knowledge and skills with fun and engaging gameplay. This category includes both educational games developed for use inside a classroom, as well as informal learning games that raise awareness around important topics. Here are the nominees for Best Learning Game. And the winner is Go Nisha Go, created by Howard Delafield International, LLP.
I was not expecting that. Thank you so much. It's so great to be here for the first time. And I'd like to thank our extensive Howard Delafield team in the US, in India, and Nepal. Actually, we work across the world. I'd also like to thank our donors, USAID and FHI, for making a lot of this happen. And we've worked with an entire consortium of partners, Girl Effect, Vihara, Metamersive. A lot of them are based in and around India, which is where this game is targeted. Mullen Lolintas, our advertising partner. Restless Development, our youth engagement partner. CycleBeats Technology, and most importantly, all of the girls that have worked with us over some of the more difficult times of the pandemic to test and build, co-design this game with us. So thanks to everybody.
Up next is the award for Most Significant Impact. Please welcome Lindsay Grace, the Knight Chair and Director of the Interactive Media, MFA, at the University of Miami. Lindsay is also the Vice President of HEVGA, the Higher Education Video Game Alliance.
All right, it is an honor to announce the winner of this year's Most Significant Impact Award. This category recognizes games that target specific social issues and achieve impact through actions and outcomes. Here are the nominees for the Most Significant Impact. And the winner is Endling, created by Hero Beat Studios. Congratulations.
Wow. So yeah, hello everyone. Thank you on behalf of my great team at Handy Games, hello Handy Games, and also at the great team from Hero Beat Studios, hello Hero Beat Studios. It's really great to receive this award because Endling is a game with with an eco-conscious message. So that's very impactful to see people understand that message and discuss it. And it's also great to have this happen today because today is the anniversary of Endling's release. So exactly 1 year ago. And we are already celebrating. Like currently, the game is on PlayStation Plus, so a lot of new people are playing the game, which is really great to see everyone experiencing the game for the first time. And yeah, for the upcoming years, hello new players. For the upcoming years, I hope that even more people can experience it. And yeah, maybe some companies are watching and seeing the success and thinking, hey, why don't we have this game in our subscription service? So yeah, hello Microsoft. Thank you.
One of the things that make video games so unique and wonderful as an art form is their interactive nature from gameplay. When gameplay mechanics really sing, you can have hours slip by without noticing that you're doing your fake video game chores instead of your real world ones. Who knew that unpacking boxes and rearranging dishes could be so relaxing? To present the award for Best Gameplay, please welcome Margaret Wallace, game developer and associate professor of the practice at Boston University.
Hello. So the Best Gameplay Award recognizes games that have compelling, polished, and engaging gameplay, an experience that is critically important to the likability and the potential for replay. These games have mechanics that align with their desired impact. Here are the nominees for Best Gameplay. And the winner is I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, created by Northway Games. Congratulations. The Northway Games is not able to be with us tonight. They did send along the following video message.
Hello everyone, my name is Lindsay Ishihiro. I'm the writer of I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, and I'm incredibly honored to be accepting this award on behalf of Sarah and Colin Northway, Mei Lee, Eduardo, and everyone else who had a hand in developing this game. Thank you to our publishers at Finji, to our publicists at Echo Partners, to a veritable army of playtesters, and of course, to our friends and family who supported us during development during some very trying times. And also congratulations to the other nominees. It's an honor to be making games alongside you at this time, and I can't wait to see what we make together next. The story of Exocolonist, both the one that Sarah and I wrote and the one that arises naturally through gameplay, is about the agency the player has to enact change in the world around them. It does something that I really like about science fiction. It takes the problems of today and makes them so large that the player must confront them, and in doing so encourages them to think about the role they take in those problems in the here and now. In the world of Exocolonist, we've left behind things like sexism, homophobia, issues of class and race, but that doesn't mean that the conflict is over. Turn by turn, the player makes choices that entrench them down certain paths, and then it asks them to take a look at those paths, and ask them if they would do something differently, both on Vertumna and here as well. I am so proud of the complex, confrontational, and sometimes weirdly comforting game that we've made. Thank you to Games for Change for this award and for giving me the chance to talk about it some more. And thank you all for listening. I hope you have a wonderful night.
Around the world, higher education game design programs are preparing the next generation of game designers, developers, animators, programmers, and engineers to pursue careers in the industry. Today, nearly every major college or university has a video game major, minor, or concentration, proving to parents everywhere, yes, mom and dad, I can make money in video games. The next award category is dedicated to celebrating outstanding games created by students at higher education institutions. Please welcome Josh Reynolds, Director of U.S. Education at Microsoft, to present the award for Best Student Game.
Move them back up slightly. The Best Student Game category recognizes impact games and immersive experiences created by students while enrolled in higher education programs. This year's nominees include incredibly talented teams of students who have bright futures in the games industry. Here are the nominees for Best Student Game. And the winner is Valiant, or Veil's Guide to Having a Broken Badge, created by Cactus Studios.
Thank you so much. Let me just, okay. Okay, thank you, Games for Change, for this incredible honor. It belongs to our entire team, everyone from core members to those who offered just one line of code or concept art for Val. So our team is Alicia Luo, Alston Wesley Novak, Ariel Blaze Tony, Autumn Chen, Ailish Turner, Bethany Lai, Brendan Hutchins, Frankie Kavakich, Gazal Jain, Izzy Jones, James Vandera, Jebby Zhang, Jace Cloudus, Justin Shin, Kaya Cook, Lars DeValsa, Maria Ibarro Roca, Sarah DeBuck, Stella Shi, and Silver Paul. This game would not exist without these people. Thank you so much for bringing my dream project to life. This was a student project done at USC Games, so it would not have come together without the unwavering support of the USC Games community, including my thesis advisors, Mariantina Gotzis, Margaret Moser, as well as Marcy Campos, Maureen McHugh, Tracy Fullerton, Richard Lamarchand, Laird Malamed, Sam Roberts, and my entire cohort in the Interactive Media and Games class of 2023. I'll go fast. I wouldn't be here if not for the endless support, love, and encouragement of my parents who are here with me today. This game arguably began with the first American Girl book my mom gave me at age 7. There are no words to express what you mean to me, and this award is for you. You want to say something? Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right. Where are my nerdy for narrative folks at, huh? Yeah? Got some story fans in the house? Now, I'm sure everyone in this room, though, can recall a game story that really made you stop and think, or made you stop it because you felt something. It had some stirrings inside. And that's because great stories often stay with us long after our consoles, PCs, or phones are powered down. The Best Narrative Award recognizes games that tell powerful stories about social impact causes through character, narrative, and interactivity. This year's finalists are defined by dynamic and emotional stories that grip the player and don't let go. Here are the nominees for Best Narrative. And the Best Narrative winner is Gerda, A Flame in Winter, created by Bird Island, formerly Portaplay. While the winners could not be here to accept the award tonight, they did share this video message.
Hello from Bird Island Studio. We were elated to be nominated and very thankful to the judges and festival team for giving us this award.
We poured so much into Gerda's narrative, starting from the actual wartime stories of Kule, our game director's grandmother, through deep historical research, all the way to our personal inspirations coming from various conflict regions around the world. We wanted to talk about how most people experience war, not as soldiers, but as civilians, not on the front, but rather at home. We wanted to challenge the players and ourselves to look into the less heroic and far more gray sides of crises.
Every game mechanic, every character arc was geared to explore that tension.
We're honored to share this category with awesome nominees. We know how much harder it is to insist on deep meaning in an industry that rarely cares and often even detests political or social subjects. All of your insistence gave birth to beautiful art.
Gerda was a team effort, And this award belongs to our entire studio and to everybody who worked to bring this game to life. Thank you.
Thank you.
Up next is Best Civics Game, a category dedicated to games that bridge gaps between communities, inspire responsible citizenship, and shed light on the most pressing social issues of our time. Here to present the award is Elizabeth Newberry, Director for the Serious Games Initiative at the Wilson Center.
You might not realize it, but whether you're reading an article on the latest news, talking to a friend about local issues in your community, or even just contemplating how you're going to affect change at society at large, you're engaging with civics. Civic engagement doesn't start or end with a prerequisite class in secondary school. It is relevant for our entire lives, and positive change cannot happen without it. Here are the nominees for Best Civics Game.
This used to be a remarkable place. The beating heart of our neighborhood. Some might not see much in the...
And the winner for Best Civics Game is Cat Park, created by Tilt. Unfortunately, they're not here to accept the award, but can we give them another round of applause?
Well, everybody, I know you're probably thirsty. Good news, we're halfway through the program. So let's keep things moving along, shall we? Please welcome Noah Falstein, founder of The Inspiracy.
Advancements in health and medicine save lives every year, in large part due to technological innovations that make our healthcare more and more personalized and scalable. That innovation includes games. We now have games that train our memory, keep us active, even have FDA clearance. The games in this category do an exceptional job of promoting positive health and wellness and outcomes for our players. Here are the nominees for Best Health Games.
Is built for your mental wellness, and it's waiting for you whenever you're ready. This is your first resort.
And the winner of the Best Health Game Luna's Light by Impact VR.
I wasn't expecting this. Yeah, I suppose probably don't realize from the video, but it's for upper limb rehabilitation to get kids to do their exercises. And I just want to kind of thank, I suppose, the physios from Sheffield Children's Hospital that helped kind of make sure we were fit for purpose and that we were designing it to make sure that the kids were doing their exercises correctly. Obviously, the patients that co-designed it with us, and it was Medical Research Council for funding it, and obviously an amazing team of developers and artists that brought it to life. We put a lot of passion into it, and yeah, we're just so lucky that we can make games that can possibly help patients' lives. But yeah, man, a few words. I'll leave it at that. Thanks very much.
The Best XR for Change experience recognizes the best augmented, virtual, and mixed reality experiences created for social impact. To help present the XR for Change Award, please welcome Chris Severson, the lead content curator for the G4C XR for Change Summit.
Hello, everyone. It's been a big year for XR. We saw Sony PlayStation release PSVR 2. We're going to see Quest 3 launched later this year. And of course, our good friends at Apple jumped into the fray with their new spatial computing headset, which really helped elevate the conversation for XR again this year. We at Games for Change have always thought that the VR device is an empathy building machine. And these next nominees that we'll see now exemplify this in spades. And the winner is Body of Mind VR, created by Cameron Kostopoulos.
Thank you so much. I'm super humbled and appreciative of this award. Thank you so much to Games for Change for recognizing XR and for celebrating impactful projects like ours. Body Mind started as just a dream. It came out of a place of a lot of turbulence and isolation at a time where I was navigating the difficulties of being outed to my family as gay. And through that isolation, thinking, how can we use immersive technology to build safe spaces when a safe space in the real world can be hard to find. This award isn't just for me. Thank you so much to everyone who's here with me tonight, supporting me and celebrating me, all my friends and mentors and collaborators. You guys are the best. Thank you to everyone who's not here, who worked on the project, and to my amazing mentors, and to everyone who's given me a helping hand through my first VR experience. So
And most of all, I want to express my deep appreciation for all the brave individuals who contributed their stories to our experience. We wanted to build an empathy machine that allows you to better understand what gender dysphoria is. And I hope that this award brings us one step closer to that goal. So thank you, everyone.
And it's Chris Severson. We talked about this last night. I'm sorry, Chris. Don't be mad. Also, did you see those sparkly shoes? I am jealous. All right, the next award category is a new addition to the Games for Change Awards, and it stands apart in that it recognizes non-digital games. Please welcome Cynthia Williams, president of Hasbro Gaming and Wizards of the Coast, to present the award for Best Board or Tabletop Game for Impact.
In recent years, board games have experienced a renaissance of sorts. More people are playing and creating them than ever before. While games like Monopoly and Magic the Gathering continue to grow in popularity and reach new generations, so too has the market for indie titles that offer new themes, diverse content, and unique gameplay. Impact games are an important part of this expansive market, and I'm thrilled to be here tonight to announce the results of Games for Change first ever Best Board or Tabletop Game for Impact. And here are the nominees.
This land belongs to no one, my lord, but it belongs more to me than thee. And you, my lord, I must confess, are the lord of nothing at all.
Want to find out how video apps, social networks, search engines, and other online services decide what to show you? Take a look at algorithms, data collection, machine learning, and more to find out how they choose for you.
Solarpunk Futures works in and against the conventions of tabletop role-playing to engage players, that's you, in a process of visionary social storytelling around the collective struggle required to build desirable eco-social futures and win our utopia.
And the winner is Shazan Azadi, created by Abhishek Lambda and Zain Memon.
This land belongs to no one, my lord, but it belongs more to me than thee. And you, my lord, I must confess, are the lord of nothing at all. And if you think my home is a matter of your provenance, I possess the will to disagree.